the wind. The philosophy of the wind. Welcome, Poopsies. Before this video begins, if you could subscribe and tap the bell and hit all notifications, and check my website, Bomboni.com. To book your own services from me using those coupon codes in the corner, I offer you many of my services on there. I can't wait to see you. So, today we will be talking about, metaphorically, how a leaf can lead you to happiness, but the leaf is you. So, I will be doing a story time about this leaf, and you listen and follow along. This will be a pretty quick, short video, so enjoy. So, the leaf. You are this pod growing from this branch. But before you're this pod growing from this branch, and before you're this leaf that grows out of this pod, you are this seedling that grows out of the ground that wants to be a tree. But this seedling came from the fruits of that tree next to the leaves. A tree nearby that already went through life, that already went through suffering, that already went through pain, that already went through an ordeal to grow into that magnificent tree it is today, and then wither away. But before it withers away, it had to release its seeds on the soil nearby. And the birds carry those seeds. The wildlife, they eat some of them. Most of them don't even make it into a tree. But sometimes a bird will accidentally drop a few shells while they're soaring through the sky, and that naturally produces more trees. Okay. So, with that said, once the seed drops, it takes a while to germinate in the soil, to settle, for the rain to fall, for it to get moist enough to produce life out of its shell. And then it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and many years later, it is now a tree with many branches, and then the branches transform into leaves, and then food. So you are this leaf, and you are this green leaf. And then you slowly feel the season change, the wind blowing in the breeze. First you were firmly planted in the branch, and now you feel more movement, you're more flexible, you can move around more, and you're less resilient, and you notice that life wore you out. Birds are pooping on you and pecking at you, and ladybugs are there, and bugs are eating at you, and you feel itchy and scratchy and uncomfortable, and you're about ready to leave home. You've had enough, and the sunlight is less, and you're feeling cold, and you're cold most nights, and finally you wither and turn yellow, and then a little hint of brown hits, and boom, you fall off the branch, and you are in free fall, and the wind carries you away. The wind blows you and carries you away, and you're shifting in the wind. You're terrified for your life, but at least you've gotten out of that situation. You've finally freed yourself from the tree. You've grown, and you've moved on. You've moved away from home. But you always wished that you could find that one place that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, that place that you're connected to, even if it's another tree, a place, a tree, where birds do not poop on you, do not peck at you, do not even make fun of you for withering away. But that's just your aging process. So the birds age, the bugs age. So who are they to judge? But you've been through it. You've been through heavy rains, thunderstorms, lightning. You've seen people below you doing horrible things to each other. And the trees only want to love and give love. And you didn't feel love there, though. You didn't feel connected to that tree. So you're finding your place, and you're billowing in the wind. And then you land on a house roof. And this house roof feels a little comfortable at first. But then when the rains hit again, you kind of stick there. You kind of just almost cement to the roof. And you feel very stiff. You feel itchy. You feel uncomfortable. It kind of burns a bit to be there. And you can feel yourself withering away even more. You're still this leaf, but you just feel like there's no source. There's no energy. The only source is the water you have that you absorb from the rain. And you absorb as much as you can. And then finally you slosh off the roof. You slosh off the roof, and then you fall. And you realize, okay, I wasn't happy on that roof anyway, so thank goodness I fell. And now I'm on the soil, but now I'm on the grass. It's like a grassy soil, and it's spiky, and it hurts. It feels like they're poking at my back. And even the leaf is facing down, so you're like, now I can't see the beautiful sun and the sky and the clouds and the birds anymore and the people walking by. Now I'm facing down and I can't move unless someone moves me. And even the grass is uncomfortable. The grass blades all have life, and they're all asking you to move, to please stop laying on them so they can fall asleep. And that you're just not allowing them to connect their nutrients. So they're annoyed by you. They rebel against you, and you find you were better off in the roof. You were better off in the tree where there was nothing to fall on. And rain comes and goes, comes and goes. It's unforgettable, unforgivable. And you feel like you're stuck there forever. This is just the place where you will rest forever. Until finally there's a drought season, and it's hot, and you feel very warm, and now you're turning brown and crispy. And you become so light when you're brown and crispy. And finally, a strong wind blows you away, freeing you, and you blow away for a while. This light brown, crispy leaf that you're now turned into. Life has tested you through many things. And you've aged into it. But you still haven't found that place that you feel you want to be at. And you're blowing and blowing and blowing, and all of a sudden you land in a river, and now the water is carrying you, and you're floating on the river, and you feel so relaxed. You tell yourself, I have a permanent water supply. I can drink whenever I want from this water and keep life running through my brown, crispy veins of the leaf, the brown leaf. And then you nourish yourself, and it's almost like you don't really come back to life. You don't reverse your aging. It's impossible, but at least you sustain, and you age slower. So you're enjoying this ride and the tension of the water holding you up so that you're not completely immersed underwater. You just landed very gently. Then the water welcomes you, and the water loves you, and you feel good. But then the tides carry you. The water is coming to an end. Uh-oh. You think, where did it go? And boom. You fall off the edge. It ends up being a waterfall and you drown yourself, and now you're underwater. You're ripped apart to shreds. You're ripped in many pieces. You did not make it. What am I trying to say here, poopsies? Did you get the message? So many times we die trying. We die trying to find happiness. That leaf was never satisfied. That leaf was only satisfied when it was in that tree. But when it got pushed out of that tree, it had to go through many things to be shown that all you need is that tree. Sometimes we don't have to overcomplicate things. Sometimes we can be satisfied sitting on the roof or the river or the grass top. What am I trying to say here? I'll let you dwell on it a bit. Does it make sense for you? Is there a place in your life where you sometimes feel as if it's never enough? Is there a place in your life where you sometimes feel as if it's always too much? When will we find happiness? When will we ride the wind and enjoy it? When will we understand that even when we go through hardship in our life, that it will always take us elsewhere, from grass to roof to river? That leaf was finally satisfied at that river, and then its life was over. Maybe it was fighting just to find happiness, only for it to be over before it knew it. Maybe he was so focused on aging, turning brown and crispy, that he forgot the bigger picture of the life of a leaf, his purpose, why he had to do that. Why the leaf had to go where he had to go. Why he had to decompose back into the earth. Why the leaf wasn't an entire tree or a fruit or a human. Some leaves have been stomped on by many humans, picked apart at. There's different ways we go from here, but what are you making your experience of on this planet? Are you actively just trying to seek happiness? Or are you riding with the wind and allowing happiness to overtake you in just all the simple moments that life has to offer you? What is your philosophy of the wind? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for allowing me to do this short story time for you. Hope you enjoyed.